And yes, people, how are we? Hope we're good. Welcome back to another video. As I said in the last video, we're back to business, mate. We are now 15 days post-hair transplant. Come on. How does it feel to, if you've been watching the videos for a while, you've probably seen the regression of the hair, and now you're going to see the progression of the hair. It's looking good now, man. Obviously, this will all shed and then it will regrow, so I will go through a process in which it does look a bit shit. But hey, you know what? I'm going to keep the hat off. I'm allowed to put them on now, and I'm just used to putting the hat on. I'm going to keep it off. But we're back. We're in the gym. I've had 2 sessions back so far, and I feel a lot better, mate. I feel like I look... I'm going to put this camera angle up a little bit. I feel like I look a little bit fuller, a little bit bigger. I still feel pretty lean. I'm going to put a few photos on the screen. This was check-in this morning. I'll put a few. This was me at the start of the week. And then a few of me just this morning's check-in with my coach. So, POA, mate. Back in the gym. Alright, moving a little bit of weight. Nothing heavy duty, man. Everything's been a little bit more reps in reserve, reps in the tank. I'm not going in here to progress the logbook and train to failure. I'm just trying to move some weight around, get some blood flow, get the muscles popping, and shuttle around the food that I'll be eating on a daily basis. So I'm back to training day food. So I'm up at 300 plus grams of carbs on those days, which I'm firing through. But we'll just hold this a little bit, see what the physique does with a week back of training, and we'll go from there. So current time is 9:50 AM. A bit of a late brekkie. We were supposed to be going to the gym first thing in the morning, but Rebecca didn't realise that she's got a couple of calls that just get booked in for her. As of yesterday, some casting calls and stuff, so she's going to run through them. So we'll be doing gym this afternoon. So I'm going to get a little bit of work done, so I am. And yeah, mate, I'm going to take you through just a bit of a weekend. I'm training today. I'm also going to be training tomorrow, resting on Sunday. I'm sure we've got plenty of stuff planned. But right now I'm going to sit down and get some food in me and then some client work. And I've got a heater here, mate. Come on. I swear all this dog does is look at fucking food, mate. Honest to God. I'd be looking at this food as well. 170 grams of sourdough, some bacon medallion, some avocado, some smoked salmon, an unholy amount of salt. Hell yeah. I don't know if I showed this in the last video, but I'm going to run through my current supplement stack, which I think I went through last vid, but I'm not sure. Anyway, mate, since we're going back on cycle, ideally, or not ideally, what we should be taking, mate, is we should have some on-cycle support. So for me, it's Trained by JP. We've got Trained by JP's Vital Support, and then Trained by JP's Love Heart as well. So these two are a non-negotiable. Another non-negotiable, I believe, for anyone using anabolics assistance should be glutathione. Not some shitey one that costs a tenner. Get a very good quality glutathione. This is from Supplement Needs. Quite not cheaply, this one. Typically, the more expensive the supplement, more often than not, the better quality. And then we've got CoQ10. Again, stress, oxidative stress management. We've got some krill oil in here. We have got some magnesium and some vitamin D3 and K2. I've also got vitamin C, but that's at my house. And I'll also sometimes take curcumin as well. So yeah, that is like a good overall general health, anti-inflammatory, oxidative stress, and internal health as well with being on cycle. Yeah, I covered this in the last video. Anyway, in terms of dosages with cycle moving forward. So obviously, as opposed to just going straight up to the kind of blast dosage, there's just a little bit of a meet in the middle dosage in there. So as of right now, I'm on 200 test and 100 primo, so literally 300 milligram of anabolics in total. We'll let that do its thing for the next week. I think we'll probably get one more increase before we go up to the bigger dosage. So I'll maybe go up to, I'm making this up, may go up to 300, 350 test, 200 primo, which is a 550 milligram weekly dosage, and then we'll run that for a few weeks. And then what we'll do is probably by maybe between week 6 and 8, maybe even sooner, to be fair, we'll see. I'll just let my coach decide everything. We will then go up to the 600 test, 300 primo, and that'll be ours, mate. I've just lost my tablet. Fuck. Oh, I don't know if anyone's ever had this before. I had this ages ago. I took a fish oil and I accidentally bit on the fish oil and it all squidged in my fucking mouth. Horrible shit, mate. Horrible shit. But anyway, as I said, I'm going to do some client work. I may show you some wee client bits and bobs in the background, some results and shit, see what I do. This is my full-time job, as well. I afford my living, how I'm going to get a house. And then until then, I've not got a tripod with me, so I won't be able to really film my session, but I'll film what I can, maybe a voiceover, talk through it, and then show some post-workout visuals as well, mate. Let's go. Has it been raining? Damn. Damn. Have the bins been emptied? Oh, yeah. Oh, people, I did not get any training footage. Try again. Yo, people, didn't get the training footage, man. Don't have a tripod, and then you can't fucking balance a DJI on a bench very well. Good session, man. I probably pushed effort a wee bit more than I probably should have. A 10 out of 10 being I've got nothing left. Everything was probably a 7 to be fair. But I think I'm being over para with the hair. I know when I coached my client through it, his week of going back to the gym, I just said keep everything at a 6 or a 7, but I'm being over para because I just don't want to get this fucked up. But 7 out of 10 effort. Obviously I'm not in my usual gym, but whenever I'm here, I'll probably have like a session that I do when I'm over at Rebecca's. Yeah, but when I'm at my gaff, my area, and I've got the equipment that I want to use, then I will obviously run the program to a T, and I know my weights and everything, but I'll probably just have like 2 logbooks, one for here and then one for back home. So yeah, I've now had 2 sessions back. We went at the gym Monday, Tuesday, rest Wednesday. No, we went Tuesday, Wednesday, rested yesterday, and today and tomorrow. My new split is push and arms, legs and arms, pull and triceps, rest, push and biceps, posterior and triceps. So I'm hitting arms a fuck ton, mate, because I try to grow those things. So yeah, man, I'm going to put a wee video on the screen of some post-workout shapes. I was 91.5 kilo this morning. I don't know if your scales are accurate, man. I feel bigger than 91. Don't know. I could just be in my own head. So I'll weigh myself when I get back to my house as well and see what the scales say. But I think I'm probably between 91 and 92 kilo, which is decent. No big rush and pushing scale, but man, I'm just gonna let myself grow, see what we get to. But I think a nice tidy 100 plus kilo would be fucking sick. So we've got a bit of back and legs tomorrow. Gonna go back up the road, bite to eat, and then back to Casa del Paisley because we're in Hamilton right now. East Kilbride technically. East Kilbride, Hamilton. Where's this? East Kilbride. Same thing. Just left mum and dad's, mate. Obviously, as I said, I am staying at Rebecca's for the next 2 weeks. We're a week in. Well, are we? Her mum and stepdad left on Sunday. We're out on Friday. So another week, just over a week, another 9 days. Just because she's got the dog and the dog can't be left alone. Yeah, now we're going to go to Silverburn, I think, and get a scran. She's just bought, is that 2 for you or 1 for me? What? Aye, fucking bitch. Anyway, we've not ate in a long time. It's half... Big cans. Big cans. What was I saying there? We're hungry. I've had breakfast. We've then had post-workout. And we're usually having 4 and a bit meals a day. We've had 2. It's 7:30, mate. 45-minute drives back to hers, so I'm going to stop off, get some scran. Let's get it. What are you saying? Oh, bin that shit. Not like it's alright. The OG monster. Anyway, away for food, I'm thinking either Nando's or tortilla, a naked burrito bowl. Or something, mate. I don't fucking know. We'll see what we get. Yes, people. 8:39. This morning, it's been a very lazy morning, so it has. I think me and Rebecca woke up at like 6. We forgot to get milk the other night, so we had no milk for coffee. So I've had a can of Monster, mate, at 6:30, 7 in the morning, and we just sat. And we're not going to lie, mate, we just had a TikTok scroll. I thought I'd run through the current stack at the moment in terms of peptide, in terms of how I'm doing things. So, as I've said, obviously with the hair transplant, I want to make sure that this shit is sticking, mate. I want to make sure that the hair, the transplanted hair that you get is going to stay, right? But it doesn't mean that my current hair can still not get regress. But I've not been doing anything for my hair at all. over the last few years. So in terms of, and this is just my my peptide stack in general as well, man. But in terms of what I will be using, is I will be using oral minoxidil. I will be making an order of some form of caffeinated shampoo. I can't remember the numbers at the end of it, but I'm going to be using some RU58434, whatever it's called. I'll put a screenshot up of the compound, the oil. I will be using a rosemary oil, probably a couple of times during the day as well. And then on top of that, the one thing that's really going to hopefully enhance the barnet is GHK. So copper peptide, GHK-Cu. I'll be utilising this peptide just year round, I think. I may come off it. I may just run 5 days a week as opposed to 7 days a week. So there is a 2-day period where I'm not intaking it. I'm going to continue to do as much research as I can on this and just constant updated research, because there's constant updates on all these things. So if I'm injecting this into my body, I want to consistently be in the loop with it. Alright, so the effect that should have on kind of hair health, hair regenerative process and thicker hair is supposed to be pretty decent. So we'll see how that affects us. And obviously from like a skin health, preventing like spots and breakouts and stuff, nails, all that kind of thing. Alright, and then what I will be continuously using just year round until I've got a reason not to is Moxie. So if you follow me throughout that diet, you'll know I was using Moxie throughout that diet. The most that I got up to was 5 milligram per week, just 1 milligram 5 days a week with 2 days off. I would just do it Monday to Friday, and then the weekend there was no injection with it. And yeah, I would just be taking 3 milligram a week because I'm now not on a diet. My body's got adequate food, calories. So for that reason, energy's high, energy's good, but there is still an element of some, broken down mitochondria. What is the language used for it? Not broken down mitochondria, but unusable, inefficient. So this will just make sure my mitochondria function, anything that's broken down, remains constant. So my energy balance, my consistency of energy throughout the day remains very, very, very good. And obviously for anyone that's not aware of how you use peptides, etc., so what I'm going to show you now is, I'm not going to do it, but peptides come as a powder, right? So I don't know if you can see this, but this is just a powder, right, as you can see. So this is 10 milligram of Moxie, all right, in this vial, and I'm using 1 milligram 3 times a week. Okay, so this will last me 3 weeks, 20 quid, £20 for 3 weeks. So what you need to do with peptides is you have the vial with the powder, and then you buy bacterial static water, all right? So obviously I can't pull anything out of just powder. So by using the bacterial static water, you can literally just Google peptide calculator and you click the quantity or the milligram of your vial. So if this is Moxie at 10 gram, I would then put in the calculator 10 gram, right? It then gives you a recommendation dosage of bacterial static water. So let's just say I mix in 2 mil, right? 2 mil of bacterial static water. I use an insulin syringe, a 100 unit. 100 units is just 1 mil. I'll get 100 units. I'll draw the full syringe with the water, and then I inject the water into this. I do that twice. So now I've got 2 mil of liquid in this, and then my calculator should say X amount of units. 20 IU will give you 1 milligram. So the calculator you can do online, and that's how you do it. So you're literally just injecting, maybe injecting on the syringe. Don't know if that's focusing to like 20. So that's what I'm using on Moxie 3 times a week. GHK at the moment is 1.5 milligram 5 days a week. We'll see how we got on with that. But that's current peptides. Anyway, we're going to crack on with the day. Peptide chat done. Back in the gym again today for some pull, legs, and a little bit of triceps as well. I'm not running my usual training split. My training split is supposed to be push, legs, pull, rest, push, pull. In fact, I just do the push, pull. I was going to add on a little bit of leg, because the leg work I done at the start of the week was again just back with some leg work. I just done a hamstring curl and a leg extension and calves. So I might just do that again this week, because I don't need full volume session with my first week back after the hair. So I might just get a wee leg top up, a ham curl, maybe a leg press and a calf raise, that'll do. And then 2-3 things for back, a bit of triceps, bish, bash, bosh. Time to get some brekkie, sourdough, salmon, bacon, avocado. Let's get it, bud. Fucking marvellous that, mate. Fucking marvellous, man. Yeah, we're back in the damn gym. Back in the damn gym. So we are. Let's go. Oh, it feels good. It feels good. I was going a little bit crazy, man. By day 8, 9, I was like, right, man, I want to get back in. Because my body weight was still dropping over my 2 weeks recovery for after the hair. But I could just see myself getting so skinny, man. Not because I'm losing muscle, just because I've not trained any muscle. I've got a lack of glycogen there. I'm still in a deficit. So the look was skinny, bruv. But in the gym, this session was a little bit of a mix. My new training split, as I've said, is push and arms, legs and arms, pull and triceps, rest, push and biceps, posterior and triceps, right? So there's a fuck ton of arms in there. So I just combined a little bit of posterior and back in the one session for that kind of week back there, or the end of the week back there, just to get legs and back all hit. And then this week, I am recording this on Wednesday. I trained push on Monday there, legs yesterday, we're in for back today, and then rest tomorrow. So this week back training, the effort's getting pushed a little bit more, but nothing mental. This week will be like a 7 out of 10, like a bang on 7 out of 10. And then next week, I'll probably push things up to an 8/9. And then the following week is when we'll just start progressing the logbook and being in that kind of progressive state. A good few more sets to failure and really letting the body churn. As I've said, man, I did mention in the video about what we're maybe doing with drugs. We are just going straight into that kind of blast dosage. Listen, pal, I'm in this for the short run, man. I am not planning on utilising blasts of anabolics for 4, 5, 6 more years. I've got a short time window in it. I don't want to do it forever, man. So I am happier to push the boat a little bit, just as me and my coach were talking, just overall goals, timelines and stuff. I'm going to be running this 200 milligram of test, 100 milligram of Primo for another 2-3 weeks. Get the benefits of it because of how responsive my body's going to be right now, because of how lean I am, untrained, drugs only been at TRT for the last kind of 12-13 weeks, so we'll get a good response, and then we'll go straight in to the 600 mega test, 300 Primo, and let that do its thing. But if this is me only a week back on cycle, I'm excited to fucking see the look and how we start to visually just transpire with food going up, with training effort getting ramped up, and with drugs getting pushed up, if this is the start point. But it's good to be back, man. Plenty of training videos coming up, plenty of content. Let's fucking go. Very good session. So it was. Showed a couple of the sets. Gym that I'm at now, when I'm over at hers, isn't that great, mate. So we make do, but we're back home, and bruv, UFC Perth, UFC Australia, UFC Perth, so I can finally watch the main card live. So what time is it? Just now. We're currently 2:30 on the afternoon this fine Saturday. We've got the UFC on. We've got Jake. Oh fuck, what's his full name? Oh no, Jake Salkid. I can't say his name, but he just absolutely KO'd Benil Dariush. And then we've got the main fight, mate. We've got Jack Della Maddalena, JDM versus Peptides. The winner of this, I might get a shot at the belt again against Big Islam. We'll see. But right now, I'm going to watch the main fight, and I might watch some of the fights that I missed from being at the gym. And then we've got the ultimate. Bro, this has been the go-to Yogi Bowl for the past couple of days. Look at this, man. Look at the size of my fucking head. Then look at the yogurt bowl. 350 grams of Greek yogurt, 30 grams of whey protein, 25 grams of dark chocolate, just broken into small little bits, scattered over the top. Blueberries, raspberries. There would usually be banana on it, but I ran out. And then we get a little bit of honey, and then this is the secret. Golden nuggets. Golden nugget cereal. This is like 15 grams of cereal on top. Gives you a bit more of a texture, a bit more of a crunch. And it's very tasty. So yeah, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to watch the UFC. She's a bit grumpy today, so I'll leave her for a wee 20-30 minute. Let our mood come back to normal. Don't fucking watch this, man. And then we're probably going to get up to something. Maybe go a walk, get a coffee, get some steps in, do something. Maybe for some dinner tonight, either go somewhere or make something. And yeah, man. It was good to get in the gym and progressively work up the RPE scale. Everything today was probably like an honest 6 out of 10 in terms of effort. Not quite a 7. And everything felt nice. So it was good. I'm very excited. Next week, as of next Tuesday, Wednesday, the level of effort will maybe go to an 8 out of 10. The following week, I'll be back up to a 9/10 out of 10. And that's when we'll really start seeing the body adapt, the body change, my body burn through the current food that I'm on. Likely calorie intake will get bumped up and shit will just be good, man. So, yeah. Inshallah.